Fight on, the men, women of blue and white, fight on with all your very might. Horseheads high is our battle cry. Fight, horseheads, fight. Keep up the courage to keep your goals in sight. Fight, horseheads, fight. For a horizon that is bright. Keep fighting, oh, the white and blue shall ever walk a path that's straight and true. Raise your head up to the sky for horseheads high. With a final score of 44-18, the Horseheads Blue Raiders dominated the Binghamton Patriots last night in a way that can only be described as very much satisfactory. So, I guess you could probably tell what my high is going to be. But man, there was like so much good stuff that happened last night. Like really the one thing that was my low is I didn't get very good sleep last night. But that wasn't because of anything bad. I was so excited. Horseheads won a game. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. Horseheads is good. And they were playing good last week. Just the other team that beat them outclassed them. But this was a return to form. Like that first loss that Horseheads suffered, they're like, we're not doing that again. And they did not do that again. Not now. Man, it was great. Like, I got to go out to dinner with my ex-step grandma last night. I took her to honor roll. If you guys don't know what honor roll is, it's like a tradition in the town of Horseheads, especially if you're a student, where you gotta go to honor roll at least once. The best subs ever. Hashtag feed the 607. And they have really, like, I went to honor roll a lot when I was a student at Horseheads. And in 2016, that was the first time I had been there since 2008. And last night was the first time I was there since 2016. Oops. But that's okay. Honor roll, even after all these years, is still pretty awesome. If you are visiting the lovely town of Horseheads, New York, I highly recommend honor roll as a, delicious destination, if you will. Although, actually, you know what you should do? Go to honor roll for lunch and then peas macarons for dessert. That would be the ultimate right there. They're literally they're both within walking distance of each other. It's awesome. Let's see. So I went out to dinner at honor roll, went to the game last night. It was awesome. Got to see some familiar faces, including quite possibly like one of the all-time greatest cheerleaders I've ever known. You know who you are. And it's actually really funny too because she walks over and gives me a hug. I forget how tall I am. Actually, I gotta show you this. Hold on. Sit down this chair here. Like, I see her, right? Let me set the hammer down. There we go. I see her, right? And she sees me. She walks over. I just do this. And like she's giving me a hug. But like I forget how tall I am. So I'm like hunched over like this. I'm thinking, good God, am I really this tall? And the answer is yes, I am. But yesterday was a fantastic game. I mean, we were winning 26-6 at the end of the first half. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm sure that a lot of fellow Horseheads alumni and fans, including myself, are enjoying this big win because this is a step in the right direction that we needed. Especially since next week is our rematch against Union Endicott, the team that we first beat last year, but then they beat us in the sectional championship game. So, needless to say, like this time, it's personal. And with what I saw last night, if they can execute the way they were, they can beat UE. I'm almost positive they can do it. It won't be easy, though. There's definitely going to be some difficulty there. Union Endicott is traditionally, like, when it comes to Section 4 Class AA football, it's usually one of the Binghamton teams. Obviously, Binghamton, back when I was there, they were really good. But it's always either like Vestal or Union Endicott. And Union Endicott was always the team that could get our goat. They just could back in the day. And they got our goat last year, too, in the game that really mattered the most. This time, I think it's personal. And it's just like I said the day after the sectional title game last year. Like, to the underclassmen, if you want to win the damn thing, like, these are the things you got to hold and remember to. You have to. Because they're going to give you the exact motivation you need to keep your competitive edge, get all necessary training done in the off season. And I think, they're gonna do that. Oh, before I continue, I should probably tell you that my act of kindness was I used the leaf blower to blow off the front and back porches, as well as water the flowers. So that was my act of kindness. So happy Saturday, everyone. And as you might suspect, I have a Blue Hammer Award to give, as I always do. I gotta say, a lot of really great players stood out to me. A lot of them. Like, seriously, there was this one play, right, where, like, we're on defense, Horseheads was, and this number 56 on our team, he laid down a hit that was like, this hit was so big, like, everyone in the stadium felt it. We're all like, ooh. If this was back in the old days at Trinity Pauling when I was there, that is exactly the kind of hit that would get you this Blue Hammer, by the way. So, I mean, but since we don't go, so we'll give that as an honorable mention, because that's not how it works anymore. But trust me, if this was back then, that number 56, he would have gotten the Blue Hammer Award back when I was at Trinity Pauling. I mean, because that was how it was originally done. It was kind of like a pseudo bounty system. Nowadays, the Blue Hammer Award is supposed to go to the player who, had the most impact, played the best, etc. And a few players really stood out to me. Number 15, he caught like a touchdown pass. Actually, I do believe it was number 15's birthday. So happy birthday, dude. Scoring a touchdown on your birthday, that's got to be cool. That's got to be really cool. Other noteworthy players, number 7 definitely showed more promise. He was really good. And I gotta give the award to number 20, because, I mean, he had some really great plays last week, but this week he really showed. Like, seriously, between number 7 and number 20, and actually number 33 is good too. Horseheads has themselves a 3-headed monster. I like a 3-headed monster, especially the ones that get you touchdowns and yards. But I think of those 3, number 20, he had the most impact. So congratulations, number 20. The Blue Hammer Award goes to you this week. Continue to keep up the good work, and, I mean, seriously, all of Horseheads, continue to do what you're doing, like showing support, I gotta tell you, like, the Rowdy Raiders, like, they're not wearing the Rowdy Raiders shirts anymore, but I know Rowdy Raiders and I see them. Like, there's an entire section dedicated to, like, the students, and man, those kids go nuts. Like, we never had that sort of section back when I played football at Horseheads, and Trinity Pauling is honestly too small of a school, and a lot of the games students had other sports to do, so we didn't really have that much of an opportunity to see them. So I never really was on playing a game in which you had a student section like that. Here, like, the student section is in full force. I gotta say, because no kidding, today is literally 1 year ago today that Horseheads opened up their new football field, their new stadium. And I guess for whatever reason, that stadium, let me switch arms. My right hand is getting tired. Thank goodness I'm a lefty. For whatever reason, like, it just reignited like a competitive fire in like all the students at Horseheads. Seriously, like, not just in football, but recently I'm hearing like more and more like feats of athletic accomplishments among other Horseheads students. And it's great to see again. I mean, I'm sure there were probably some, in years prior. I mean, to put forth an example, one of the most recent, like, biggest upsets ever was when the Horseheads girls swimming team were finally able to beat Ithaca in girls swimming. Seriously, Ithaca is like, for the longest time, like almost 30 years or so, Ithaca girls swimming was like deadly. like they would send those girls to the Olympic trials. That's how good they are. But as time's gone on, maybe because like we have, you know what? I think it's this new generation of students that are coming in like, you know, those people of the past, they were pretty good. But who's to say we can't be as good as they were or better? And it's really looking that way. Like, personally, I don't care either way because I'll admit I really wasn't that good myself. I can admit that now. I mean, that's not to say I didn't try. Just, I just wasn't good compared to other students. I mean, this is probably going to sound like I'm gloating, but I could probably tell you that all around athletic-wise, I was well within the top 5, maybe even top 3 of my graduating class. And it really is looking like those students now are beginning to surpass what my generation did. And all I can say is, well done. You know what? I think if Horseheads plays like they've been playing, like they played last night, and even their first game, which, yeah, they lost, but it's not like they were playing bad. They were just, they were outclassed, which kind of makes me a little nervous for what if Horseheads does win the sectional title and they have to play whatever team is from Section 3. Because I said last week, like when it comes to football, especially in Class AA, it usually takes a Herculean effort for the Section 4 team to beat the Section 3 team. I mean, to put things into perspective, back when I was at Horseheads, Union Endicott had now Las Vegas Raider Chandler Jones playing for him. And they couldn't beat whoever was from Section 3. So, that should tell you something right there. It's always, for whatever reason, just always a mismatch. And it's always so bothersome. It is. But I think this is the year that I really think Horseheads very much has within their ability to break through and win the sectional title. But a lot of stuff that happened last year has to happen this year too. Like, they have to win the big games when it matters. Especially next week when they play against Union Endicott. Because after what I saw last night, I think it's going to be a rematch between Horseheads and Union Endicott for the sectional title. And if that's the case, Horseheads has got to be the number 1 seed. I mean, for whatever reason, when I went to the sectional title game at Horseheads, everyone was just dead. Like, to all the fans watching and listening to this, we can't have that again. Like, especially when it was homecoming and we trounced Union Endicott several weeks prior. We got to do that again. Speaking of homecoming, I do believe homecoming for Horseheads the game's going to be Friday, September 30th. That's really cool. Because we have one more home game this upcoming week against Union Endicott. And then Horseheads is away at Ithaca. And then Owego comes to Horseheads. That should be our homecoming. And then I believe we're playing against some team from Syracuse. But they're away. But Horseheads is away. And then they're away at Vestal. Then the senior game is going to be against Corning. Vestal's going to be a big game, but it should be winnable. Corning, though, I know that Horseheads and Corning won't play each other for the sectional title. At least I don't think they will. But Corning's going to be a big game. Not just because it's senior night, but because Horseheads and Corning have always had like a huge rivalry. Them, and then the final game of the regular season. That's going to be a huge game. Because if there's one thing Horseheads absolutely needs to prove this year, just like they did last year when they beat Corning, they have to be able to win on the road. Not just win on the road, but win the big games on the road. And Friday, October 28th, I already marked my calendar for that. It's going to be Elmira at home. It's going to be Horseheads at Elmira. That game is going to be a big one. Like, seriously, if Horseheads can win that game, then they'll be ready to go for a sectional title run. But, seriously, I can think of, between Union Endicott, Corning, and Elmira, those are the 3 big games that Horseheads has got to win. Not just because it'll help their standings and rankings and, seeding in the playoffs, but just because winning big games like that can make a huge difference when it comes to having a confidence boost. And you need all the confidence you can get going into those, playoff games. So, absolutely, this upcoming week, Friday, September 16th, against Union Endicott at home, that's going to be a big game. Senior night, which will be October 21st, that's also going to be a huge game. And, homecoming against Owego, that's going to be September 30th. That's going to be a big game too, but that's not going to be, but for all intents and purposes, Union Endicott is the last major game that's going to be at home that we have to win that's in the Class AA division. So, Owego, then Corning, and then Elmira. Those games are going to be big in their own right, but Union Endicott's going to be a must-win for sure. Horseheads really has to beat Union Endicott, and they have to beat Vestal. But between the two of them, I would say Union Endicott's the one that we got to worry about more. And luckily, after a dominating win like this last one, I think Horseheads can do it. But only time will tell. So, congratulations to the Horseheads Blue Raiders. You got your first win of the year. Here's to many, many more. To number 20, congratulations on getting your first Blue Hammer Award. You definitely earned it. You showed promise last week, and you definitely improved upon it. Like a diving touchdown and everything. That was cool. Anyway, I'm about to sign off. And before I do, check out. Got some boats, right? So I get the boats behind. Yeah, there they go. Look at the boats behind me. Okay, they're clearly playing music, but I don't know if it's... I shouldn't get copyright for it. So, so I hope you all liked this video. If you did, subscribe please leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do my YouTube channel greatly. And, follow me on social media. I am very humble in this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, I'm always going to be here to lend you, always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.